We are so grateful, guys, to be here tonight. Welcome to this incredible call. We're going to be giving you guys some incredible information today about really how to scale in your life, how to grow your income in 2025, right? Put one in the chat if you're excited to learn about how you can scale your income to six figures and above in 2025, okay? Because you're here today to find out how this is going to happen. Now, some of you on this call, I know you're guests, so I want to put a massive round of applause to all of our guests on the call. If you're here for the first time, just put a 2 in the chat. Okay, I know we have a lot of newbies in this course, so I'm not going to make anything complicated. My goal is to give you guys a very, very simple introduction to this incredible platform and how you can grow your income in 2025. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys another 30 seconds to go back into your group chats, go back to your prospects, and we're going to do one last blast, one last text blast to every single person that you've invited to make sure they'll be on this call. I'm going to play one more song, right? And we'll be back in 30 seconds, right? We're going to go all the way up. 30 seconds. We'll be back. And we're going to get started in 30 seconds to 1 minute. Send out those texts one more time. And I'll see you guys in 30 seconds. All right, I think we are ready. Right? I think we're ready. Put a ready in the chat if you're ready. We're going to get started right now. So I want to get started right quickly with a little bit of an intro into myself. My name is Derek Alexander. I am 18 years of age. Nah, I know you guys are laughing. I'm not 18. I used to be 18, right? I'm 30 years of age, and I'll give you guys a little bit of my story so you know who you're speaking to today. I got involved in this entrepreneurial journey back in 2017. And basically, prior to me getting involved in this space, I was working full-time in sales and recruitment, right? I was working full-time, and for me, I was looking for an opportunity to basically multiply my income, right? It wasn't like I was looking to become this intergalactic leader, this superstar entrepreneur, traveling all over the world. I just wanted to make an extra 1,000 to 2,000 a month, right? Because I enjoyed, at the time, I still enjoy traveling, right? I enjoy wearing nice suits, right? I enjoyed, driving fast cars. I enjoyed, living in nice locations. Just like any other young man growing up in the world, right? You have aspirations to be someone important, right? Now, growing up, I wanted to be a football player. Now, obviously, if that was the case, I would have been playing for Real Madrid tonight to beat Arsenal. That's a whole nother debate, right? The whole idea is that when I got involved in this industry, I wanted to scale my income, okay? And the reason why I use that word scale is because when you're growing financially, it's not gonna happen overnight. There will be different levels, there will be different, just like a scale, right? You go from point to point to point. And this call, I really believe, if you allow it to be, will be a very, very, very important call, right? A pivotal call to help you in your mindset, to give you that boost that you need to become a success, right? Because every single person, right, you are 6 inches away from wealth. And guess what? It's the 6 inches between your ears, right? I don't know how wide your head is, but typically it's 6 inches, right? Now, you have an opportunity to grow your income with this skill set if you allow it to be so, right? I got involved in 2017. I was working full-time in sales and recruitment, as I said, and I basically got a phone call from a very good friend of mine who's to this day one of my best friends. Said, hey, listen, Derek, I have an opportunity for you. As a matter of fact, I called him, right? We had been speaking about another opportunity, and at the time I heard that he had embarked on the trading journey. So I called him. I said, hey, listen, I want to find out more about what you're doing. Can I get involved? And he said, absolutely, right? Because in this industry, you have a vested interest to help other people. So he was like, hey, come to Starbucks. We had a meeting. We sat down, we spoke about the opportunity, and I was super excited. I said, yes, let's get started, right? And within my first couple weeks, I'm gonna break down to you guys exactly what it takes to win in the digital entrepreneurship space, e-commerce space, home-based business, whatever you wanna call it, however you wanna slice it, it's still gonna be sliced because we have gold in our hands. Someone put gold in the chat. Okay, this is gold right now. This is gold. This is an opportunity for you to completely change your life. And this is not a hype session. Okay, I promise you, everything that I'm saying right now, the individuals that you're going to hear from, they have results. They have receipts. Okay, when you go to the shop and you buy something, they give you a receipt to show proof of purchase. Well, guess what? We have people right now on this call who will show you proof of purchase, proof of results, what has actually happened, okay? They say the proof is in the pudding. Well, guess what? Tonight will be your apple crumble because we're going to teach you guys everything that you need to become a success. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you that you're going to become a six-figure income earner. That's down to you. That's down to how bad you want it. But guess what? We have many people right now in our opportunity, in our company, earning an extra 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and above thousand every single month on top of their regular life. So let's get right into it, man. And really excited. I'm going to break down a concept, right, called the cash flow quadrant. Okay. And this, this company, first and foremost, is called NVISIONU, right? NVISIONU, the health and wealth company. Okay. Now, our vision is to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Now, I want you guys to take notes. Even if you're in the opportunity right now, take notes because this information is information that has completely transformed not just my life, my wife's life, Katrina, right? We have a 2-year-old son who we're already teaching him financial literacy from now, right? And we're teaching everyone in our family exactly how to grow in wealth. Okay, there's a big difference between being rich and being wealthy, right? Being wealthy means you have assets. Being rich means you have money. There's a big difference, okay? And our goal is to show you how to scale, how to multiply your income in the world's largest and most liquid financial market, okay? There's different ways you can handle money. First and foremost, you earn money, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a job or a business right now. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a job or a business right now. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a job or a business right now. Okay? So, for those that say they have a job or a business, you earn money. So congratulations, you've reached the first step. The second step is people that save money. Right? People save money, right? They go have a savings account, right? There's a couple. Again, if you know, my goal is to give out some free game. Whether you join today or not, I'm gonna give you guys some game that you can take away to your, with your life, right? There are different types of accounts you can use. You can use a book account. Write this down. A book account where you go to a bank and you say, hey, I want a book account, which means you can only withdraw the money once you physically go there with the book. Now it's gonna take a little bit of like you can't just go online and withdraw the money. So if you have a savings account with a book account, you only can go to the bank like with a book, like, and that book you might be busy, so you might not be. So it's a smart way to save because you have to physically go there to get the money, right? There's another account called a high interest savings account. You've got another type of account which is basically a stocks and shares ISA. Okay, you've got several different ways to save money. You can put it under your mattress. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can do that if you want to, right? There's different ways to save money. But the point is, people spend money, they earn money from a job, from a business, and then they save money. The third way, to handle money is by spending money. Now, how many of us in the chat, put a yes in the chat if you like spending money, right? I'm sure you do, right? I like spending money. Who doesn't like spending money? But guess what? When you actually write down the word spend, if you circle the last 3 letters, it says end, which means that once you spend the money, it doesn't come back to you. It returns to you void, right? The fourth way to handle money is the way that I'm going to show you guys tonight. multiplying money, right? My mentor, David Ebenite, who's a multi-millionaire, right? He said, Derek, in the past 5 years, out of all the money that's flown through your bank account, roughly how much money have you made on that money? And I said, nothing. He said, hey, listen, if I could show you a way where you could multiply your current income right now using 1 to 2 hours a day, would you be open to finding out more? And that's probably the question that your friend asked you to come into this call, okay? Because this is about earning online, developing and multiplying your current income. Now, this diagram right here is called a cash flow quadrant. Back in 2016, I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And in that book, he breaks down the 4 different areas where money is actually created through the cash flow quadrant. On the left-hand side, you have 2 different ways to make money. On the right-hand side, you have 2 different ways to make money. Now, I want this to be a very interactive session. For those watching this PowerPoint right now, let me know in the chat, which side would you want to be on? Just by looking at the smiling faces on the right, look at what it says on the right. Let me know in the chat, which side would you want to be on? Let me know in the chat, okay? Let me know in the chat. Which side, left or the right? Put left or put right in the chat box. On the right. Thank you, Alistair. You're very, very smart. Okay? Now, why did Alistair say right? I'll tell you why. Because you have leverage. You see, on the left-hand side of money, there's nothing wrong with having a job or having a self-employed business. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with only having a job. And the reason why is you're exchanging your time for money. You see, when I used to work in my recruitment job, I loved my job. If any, like I never had a bad word to say about the job. The only thing that I didn't like was that I didn't have enough time to do the things I wanted to do. I was at work from 9 to 9. Literally, I was working in, if any of you have worked in recruitment, you will understand how busy and how tedious the job can be. I was one of the highest paid in my company in that job, but I was a 22-year-old kid with no, responsibilities, right? And I wanted to travel. I wanted to do things that I wanted to do. I wasn't able to do it. And so I was trading my time for money. Now, it's either in life you have a lot of time and no money, or a lot of money and no time. Some people have both and some people lack both. For me, I had decent money, but I had no time. So I was trading my time for money. And the thing about time is money. So if you run out of time, you run out of money. So the next level is self-employed. Now, self-employed, this is now where you have some sort of business that can pay you an income. Now, this is a business that you pretty much own. You created your own job. If you own a hair salon, if you own a barbershop, right, you are self-employed. But again, you're still trading your time for money. So on the right-hand side is where the fun begins. This is where you become a business owner. Becoming a business owner is where you have people or the efforts of other people incorporated into your income. A gentleman called John Paul Getty, who is the world's first ever documented billionaire, right? When me and my wife Kat heard this, we couldn't believe it. We heard it back in 2017 and it changed our life. He said, John Paul Getty, right? He said, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts as opposed to 100% of my own efforts. What does that mean? It means that he's saying, I want leverage. I want the opportunity to have the efforts of other people incorporated into my income. You know what's interesting? How many of us use Amazon? Oh, we love Amazon, right? Let's move this individual here. Right? How many of us like Amazon? I love Amazon, right? We use Amazon's our best friends, right? You just shop for fun, whatever you want. You want to buy an airplane? You want to buy a submarine? You want to buy I don't know, you want to buy a car? You want to buy, you want to buy a 60-foot yacht? Go on Amazon. No, I'm joking. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but you can get a lot of things on Amazon. Now, When's the last time that Jeff Bezos came to your house and delivered the parcel? Hey, Alistair, how you doing, man? It's Jeff Bezos here. As good as a guy as he is, I'm sure he's a very nice guy. I don't think he's that nice to go out there and deliver parcels that his team are already doing for him. So, being a business owner means that he has leverage, okay? He has leverage. He has the efforts of other people incorporated into his income, right? And that's why the home-based business industry, also known as direct sales, also known as network marketing, gives you the chance to develop an organization, a team that can pay you residual income. And we've been getting paid residual income for the past 8 years. So no one can say it doesn't work. It works if you work it, okay? After 4 months in this industry, I went full time. Why? Because I decided to outwork everybody else. I wanted to live a life of abundance. Now, moving on to the next one, you've got investor. Investor is now the 1%, where money works for you, right? And this is where you basically have an opportunity to invest into a project, an opportunity that can completely change your life, okay? And when it comes down to this actual company, I'm gonna go back to our trading platform. We've got about 4 or 5 testimonials to bring up in a minute, right? But when it comes to the founders of this company, right, I get extremely grateful and emotional because these two gentlemen are the reason why this call is even happening right now. David Emanite and Ivan Tapia are our 2 founders. Both of these gentlemen have a very, very, very high level of success. They have an incredible track record. They have over 40 years of experience between them. They've created billions of dollars in revenue for companies all over the world. They have actually put in about 3 to 4 million distributors and customers into the organization of home-based business over the past 11 years. These two gentlemen are illustrious entrepreneurs. They've helped to create over 100 millionaires between them. Now, I'm not saying that to impress you, but I'm saying that to impress upon you that these two gentlemen are the head of this opportunity. So you have a chance to pretty much work side by side with two gentlemen who have personally earned over $120 million between them, right? So it's safe to say that we're in the right place, right? Let's talk about what we actually provide as a company. We have 2 different sides to our business. We have a health and wellness aspect, and then we have a digital education side. Now for today, I'll be focusing on the digital learning platform and showing you how to earn online. Now, I spoke about the cash flow quadrant. I spoke about making money online, right? And our platform, we have several different courses that you'll get the chance to learn online skills from. Metaverse, Turo, Airbnb, financial literacy, digital marketing, right? The global e-learning space is projected to reach 325 billion this year. So you have a chance to get involved into a space that is rapidly growing every single day. Now, the Forex and crypto markets, I'm sure, isn't a secret to any of you. I'm sure you've been on social media, you've seen the videos, you've heard the quotes, you've seen the guy with a Lambo telling you, hey, listen, you can get rich if you trade like me. Listen, I'm not here to tell you about a Lambo. I'm here to tell you about your future, right? I'm here to tell you about your future. Whatever your goal is, you may not want to have a Lambo. You may just want to be happy. You may want to have an extra 5 to 10,000 coming into your bank account. Well, guess what? My job today is to show you how you can get to that point, right? The Forex market is a $7 trillion market. $7 trillion is traded daily in the Forex market. It's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. The cryptocurrency market is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So both of these markets go hand in hand. They're like brother and sister. And you have the chance to completely learn how to multiply your income with these markets, okay? Now the Forex market is astronomically larger than the New York Stock Exchange, the Tokyo Stock Exchange, and the London Stock Exchange. This Forex market is a combination of retail traders, which will be known as us, Retail traders make up 20% of the Forex market. You have multinational corporations such as IBM, Apple, Amazon, right? Wells Fargo, Barclays, all these major companies, they bow down, right, to the Forex market, right? Figuratively speaking, right? The Forex market is the biggest entity in global business today. Central banks, commercial banks, hedge funds, institutional traders, right? All of these different entities, even speculators, right? A speculator is somebody that kind of predicts where the market's going to go. There are several different, all the biggest, billion-dollar earners, they all take part in the Forex market. Crypto market is a rapidly growing phenomenon, right? 15, 20 years ago, we didn't know nothing about cryptocurrency. Today it is one of the biggest things in the world, right? Now I'm gonna play you guys a short video, right, about the platform called Trade and Travel, right? This is basically a phenomenal platform, right, that has been changing the game all over the world. I'm gonna play you guys a short video, right? And this platform is a mixture of trading and travel together. So basically what's gonna happen is you're gonna get access to several different components. You're gonna get access to live traders, you're going to get access to education, and you're going to get access to also educational ideas. Now we have some testimonials today. We have a gentleman who has become our newest educator in our company who will be sharing his story as well, okay? So this platform is incredible, right? Vision Lifestyles, okay? I'm going to Dubai in a couple of days, and guess what? We've used Vision Lifestyles to pretty much sponsor the trip, right? Trade and travel. Yes, we also have a trading platform, which I'll cover in a little bit, all right? So this is Trade and Travel application. You have an opportunity to learn from some of the best traders on planet Earth. It's available on the App Store and on Google Play. As a matter of fact, go ahead and grab the app right now. Go into the Google Play Store, right? And go and type in Trade and Travel, and you can actually scan this QR code right here and get the application right on your phone. So before you even join the company, right, you have the chance to actually see the powers that we have within this company, right? Now, let me show you guys something real quickly, right? I'm going to show you guys something that's been taking place over the past couple of days. I'm sure you've actually seen, right, the Trump tariffs. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because the global economy right now has taken a massive shift. Now, every single time that something big happens in the economy, and this is the reason why you need to be a part of TNT, because I'm going to play a couple of minutes of this video. This gentleman is going to talk about the Trump tariffs and what has happened. If you guys have been following the news, you would have heard about Donald Trump implementing tariffs on the rest of the world. Now, what it means, very simply, is he's basically saying all the countries that have been charging the US for using their products, they're going to charge back the countries, and basically means that US are going to save more money, make more money, and be a stronger economy. Now, what this means for us is that we have the chance to capitalize on economical moves like this, so we can actually earn substantial income from the Forex markets. So I'm going to play this short video for 2 minutes, and I'll be back with you guys shortly.
Bit of context. Going into Liberation Day, there was a fair bit of ambiguity over what tariffs Trump was actually planning on imposing. In the White House memorandum announcing the tariffs, which was published back in February, Trump promised, quote, reciprocal tariffs. And this is something he actually talked about a fair bit during the campaign, when he promised, quote, an eye for an eye, a tariff for a tariff, same exact amount. Now, at first, this idea sounds pretty reasonable. After all, it is true that America has lower tariffs than most other countries. And if you subscribe to Trump's mercantilist view on economics, you might think that this is unfair, because it makes it harder for American companies to export to the rest of the world than it does for the rest of the world to export to the US. Equally, it seems like a fair way to encourage free trade across the globe. After all, reciprocity implies that if these countries were to drop their trade barriers, the US would simply do the same. However, if you think about it for a second, you realize that this is a pretty problematic policy. For starters, if reciprocity was applied to individual exports as opposed to entire countries, it would be enormously complicated. America's tariff schedule currently covers 13,000 line items, and the US trades with roughly 200 countries, which implies that Washington would have to manage 2.6 million individual tariff rates. It would also lead to some pretty weird policies. It would imply, for instance, that the US should at least massively reduce its 100% tariff on Chinese EV imports.
So basically what the gentleman is saying is that the world is shifting, right? And the power of being involved in the Forex and crypto markets is you have a chance to actually capitalize on these movements in the markets, okay? As opposed to just watching the news and say, oh, wow, look what's happened. You have a chance to capitalize on these different moves in the economy as we know it, okay? There's a couple of things I want to share with you guys, okay? Now, when it comes down to the world today, we actually have a site called Bloomberg, right? And a lot of the time, people go onto these sites and you may not understand anything that they're saying. It might sound like gibberish to you. But this news, right? This is the only news that I watch, which is financial news, right? You can see several different, what they call securities, which is basically a asset. So FTSE 100, S&P 500, the pound dollar, all of these different terms, right, are different assets that you're going to learn inside of our academy, okay? Crude oil, right? The price of oil went down 1.10%. So had you sold oil, you would have made some money, okay? DAX, which is basically pretty much US dollar, okay? Now, you have several different opportunities to scale your income, not just through Forex, but also cryptocurrency and also with stocks as well. We have a educator in our company who is a stock trader, a stock expert. We have someone who is benefiting also, showing us how to trade gold and silver as well. We have a specialist silver trader who you'll be hearing from in a couple of minutes, right? So when it comes down to this other site called Forex Factory, again, there are so many different things that you can see here. But a lot of the time, you get confused. I got confused when I first came onto this website. I was like, what is going on? What is happening, right? I have no idea. Well, that's why you are looking at the TNT platform, because you're going to get the chance to learn exactly what it takes to succeed in these markets. All right. Now, I'm going to go through a few more slides and I'll bring up our incredible special guest. Now, TNT, you have an all-in-one platform. You can save on travel and you can also learn how to trade, of course, with our application. Okay. We also have another application called Top Trade. Top Trade is in partnership with Omni, and this is a chance to never miss a trade whilst you're learning. We basically have a chance for you to connect your trading account to an expert trader, and that trader will trade on your behalf. How many of you would like to hire somebody to trade for you, right? And multiply your income, money that you would have just spent anyway, right? You have a chance to invest it into the Forex market, and not only invest it in the market, but invest it with somebody or somebodies who have proven results in this space. All right. Now, we also have the travel platform called Vision Lifestyles. This is actually part of the TNT application. As I said before, this is a phenomenal platform. We're talking about a chance for you to have access to over 1.5 million hotels all over the world with a 78% discount, right? Up to 78% discount on hotels, right? We went to Nigeria a couple of months ago. We had a over 45% discount on our hotel, right? And there's several different locations, right, that you can get at literally all over the world. US, EU, Latin America, Asia, Middle East, like Dubai. The hotel I'm staying at, 5-star hotel, an incredible, I think it was like 55% discount on that hotel, okay? And we're talking about over 1.5 million hotels, okay? So before I give you guys the instructions on how to start, let's bring up some testimonials. Okay, we want to keep these testimonials quite short, 1 to 2 minutes. But the first testimonial I'll be bringing up, this young lady, I've known her now for over 5 years, right? And we started working together back in 2020, and she was actually a part of my first company. And she came in and she was hungry, right? She is a creative entrepreneur. Basically, she has several different businesses. She's a homeowner, an incredible mother, an incredible friend of mine, someone that has come into this company and literally didn't have much experience trading. From 2020, she was 5 years ago. We were working together. It wasn't that much time she spent learning the skill. She had a lot going on. She was traveling all over the world, but she decided this year to really take it to the next level, right? And I'm telling you right now, this young lady has come in, and with the success she already has outside of this industry, she came in, she was humble, she was coachable and teachable, and she has been an absolute blessing, building trading accounts from literally small amount to multiplying it into the multiple 4 figures, and she is phenomenal. So without further ado, let's bring up Monique Farrow. We have several different names, but we are excited to hear your story. And come up to the stage. Let's see if she's there. All right. Hey.
Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Good. Sorry, I was just literally finishing off an interview.
All right.
Multitasking here. Yes, thank you for calling me up, Derek. And thank you for coming on the call. And thank you for everybody. We've got a good amount of people on this call today. So, thank you for taking your time out this evening to join us. My journey. First of all, I want to thank Derek Alexander so much for introducing me to Forex trading. It's something that I'd wanted to do for a number of years, but it's something that I didn't think a normal person like me would be able to do. I always thought it was for, you rich people, you millionaires. I didn't think, an average person could do something like this. So after having a couple of conversations with Derek and him showing me the platform, and me looking at the WhatsApp groups and just seeing the vibe that was going on in there, seeing some of the profits that were being made by people, and seeing some of the stories of people who had recently started trading and were making profits, not just in the UK, in America, in Canada, in Nigeria, and other places. I thought, this is something that I could potentially do. So I started my journey quite recently, actually. It's only been a couple of months. I'd say that I've really honed in on the education and the trading. And, I'm quite proud to say that, I can class myself as a trader. I'm still not a fully experienced trader, but I totally understand the terminology now. Me and Derek have conversations sometimes. And Derek's like, I can't believe you understand, take profit pips and you can mark up the charts and all kinds of things. It's fantastic. My most recent win was a win last week. I placed a trade myself, and I made just under £300, which, it's fantastic. I looked at that, and I was speaking to Derek about it actually yesterday on a call, and I said, looking at that, there are people that are on universal credit that are making that, for the whole month. There are people who are working minimum wage, and that's probably 3 or 4 days worth of a salary, and I've been able to make that before coming out of my bed. It's really life-changing. It actually makes me look at the world differently now. David spoke earlier about Trump and the tariffs and the news, and it's just really fascinating how much the world is controlled and how important economics is, and just understanding what makes the world tick. I find myself now seeing certain things in the news and jumping on the charts, things, saying, yes, I can potentially place a trade and I can make money. So Derek, I want to thank you so much for introducing me to this platform. You know, I have a busy life. I run a couple of businesses, and as I said, I was literally just the video man's here. I was just doing a commercial for something else. So my life is very busy, and I'm still able to, you know, put on trades and make additional money anywhere in the world. I travel a lot, so I was in Dubai a couple of months ago, made money in Dubai. During meetings, I'm making money. In my sleep, I'm making money. So yeah, Derek, I want to just thank you so much for introducing me to this platform and for teaching me a lifelong skill.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And long may it continue. I heard that you're taking another flight this month. So,
Yeah, I'm off to Thailand next week, Thursday. And
right.
yeah,
Well,
I'm not back. And because I know I can make money from this,
yeah.
you know, one-way ticket. I didn't think I'd ever do that, but yeah, a one-way flight next week, Thursday to Thailand. Hey,
Absolutely.
you will buy my profits. Thank
Right. There you go. Well, congratulations. Put some 777s in the chat for Monique. Congratulations to you.
you.
And well done once again. Long may it continue. So next up, we have a gentleman that he's smiling right now. I want to bring him up before I bring up the other two incredible testimonials. But this gentleman has been absolutely relentless. He got started with us. I remember the day he actually got started, and he was so keen, so eager. He was like, Derek, please, I need to learn this skill. I've got kids. I'm like, I understand. I got a son myself. I understand. Really the need, not just about making money for yourself, but also for your family. And he would been on calls with me like, Derek, let's make it happen, with my wife Katrina and also Fallon, who actually brought him into the company. And he has been absolutely relentless learning the skill. He's made some incredible money. I'm not going to tell his story for him. So without further ado, let's welcome up my brother, Mr. I'm going to call you Mr. Sir Dr. Olumide. Congratulations, bro. Take it away. He's at work right now, and he's making it happen. You can unmute yourself, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Derek. Thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Katrina. And before I share my testimony, I would like to appreciate some good people that I've met on this journey. I believe everyone on this course is good. Everybody who is an NVISIONU member, they are very good one. I appreciate Fallon for introducing me to the company, and I thank Derek and Madam Katrina. And most especially, I will appreciate Giselle. Most time that I run into difficulty, Derek will say, speak to Giselle, she's going to help you, and she has always been supportive. Everything I've read so far, I would say I hold to Giselle and the support I've gotten from Fallon. Fallon said, Olu, I know you can do it. Let's go to trading. You know, when I joined, I'm not interested in the trading. I just want to make money from the product because I see the company has an incredible product. And I can testify that I actually made good money selling the sprays. Then the liquid collagen. I have some people that have joined the company just for the liquid collagen. I have a bigger auntie who's an immigration lawyer here. She said, Olumide, I traveled to Egypt and when they saw my passport, they said I'm lying, that I'm younger than my age. It's as if this your liquid collagen is really working. Then she introduced it to her friend. Now they can't go a day without taking the liquid collagen. And one of the friends actually joined the company. So now let's go back to trading. I remember speaking with Mr. Alexander. I said, let's learn this thing. And what blew my mind is Jonathan, when he said he's making this every, the first day he traded, he made 1,050. I said, is that how easy it is? Then I said, Mr. Derek, I want to learn this.
So
I
we
said, okay,
can't really hear you. I think you sound a little bit far away. Can you
oh, sorry. So I remember telling Mr. Derek that, Mr. Derek, I would like to learn. He said, okay, Olu, let's set up your account. So we set up my account. I put £50 in my account. And like, I said, Mr. Jerry, this is not because just hold on. You're going to make money. So because I was eager, I started following the training. And one of the advice that I got that has actually helped me that stick to your trading plan. So I started saying, okay, what would be my trading plan? I said, well, let me start with £20. Then I will move to £100 daily because my actual target is £100 daily. And I do £20. I stick to it for some days. £20 is coming. Once I make £20, I'll log out. Then another day, I said, okay, let me start working with my original plan, which is £100. And that day, before I woke up, I saw £160. I was amazed.
You made £160.
£160. I couldn't believe. And you know the funniest thing now? I think I'm becoming greedy now. because every day now I do 100 to 120. In fact, last week I cashed out about every time I withdraw is almost £400. 3 days ago, I did,
Hold on. You got to make sure they hear that. So you're saying you're making
yeah.
around 120
Okay,
pound a
this
day.
month, within 3 weeks now, I've done 1,500
Wow. So
more because
you made
three days
15.
ago,
That's
yeah,
what
three
people
days
make.
ago,
That's what people make in their job. You made £1,500 in a month. Wow.
less than a month now, less than a month. And then
Wow.
3 days ago, I did 330. I took out £250. I can share my screen. You can see the removal from my Monzo. You know, they pay £50 in five times. And before the hand one hit my account in the morning, I did again another 130. I took out £80. As I'm talking to you now, I just stopped my trading now because I'm looking at the market. I was also start making money today. So when I get to £100 now, I will pause. So I'll say the trading has been helping me. Now I can look at the candlestick myself. I can say, oh, okay, let me sell, or let me buy. And what I do most time now is Bitcoin. So apart from the signal that is sent for the trading, then I do Bitcoin on my own, and I think I'm getting it right with Bitcoin. So I do sell when I look at the market. Oh, okay, this is time for me to sell. This is time for me to buy, and it has been working. It has
Wow.
been working. And some of the mistakes I was making it the first time that I joined, I think I've been able to perfect my trading now. So I'm minimizing my mistake and I'm increasing my profit. So most time when I'm trading, once I hit 100 or 120, no matter how good I think the market is, I just stop and I can come back later. Or immediately I make £100, £80, I quit, then I can now re-enter the market. So that's what I'll be doing, and it's been working for me.
Wow.
It's been working for me. And most
So
time I just adjust my stop loss. Like if I'm trading with £50, I put my stop loss at £20. That okay, I can raise £20. So once I make £80 or £100, I stop. I adjust my stop loss now to £20 again. So if I'm losing £20 from 100, I still have £80. So that's what I'll be doing. And most times it has been working for me.
that's amazing. So congratulations to you, man. I again seeing your journey has been incredible, and we look forward to hearing your story again tonight on our trading call at 9 o'clock. So
All right, boss. Thank
be
you.
close to your phone, and you'll be sharing that testimony again.
All right, boss.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Thank
Put
you.
some
Thank you. I appreciate it.
777s in the chat for my brother Olumide. Congratulations to you, sir. Absolutely incredible. Another guys, these people they had like they are brand new. Yes, Monique came in a couple of years back, but she was so busy traveling the world. She was in movies. She came this year and said, "Okay, I'm going to start from scratch." So that's been a couple of months. Olumide been a couple of months. These are people that literally have come in, and then once they made that decision, they have been earning consistently. Yes, there's ups and downs in trading, but I'm saying this is a skill. They've learned this skill. Once you know how to kick a ball, you can like if you look at how great these football players are, they've been doing it for years from when they were 5, 6 years old, right? Jude Bellingham, 5, 6 years old, playing. Now he's one of the best players in the world. Why? Because he mastered it over time, over time. And that's what it takes to become a winner, right? We have two more testimonials, right? We have two more testimonials. I think we have three more testimonials. And please keep them as short as you can. I know you want, I know you want to, go in, but we want to keep it, within time. This young lady, my wife actually was the one that directly brought her into the company, and she has been winning on a consistent level. Again, she's quite new to the industry, quite new to trading, and she's come in and had an incredible run so far. She put a message in the chat today, telling about how much she actually earned, and boy, she has been winning on a massive level, and we want to hear her story. So without further ado, put a 7 in the chat for Miss Daisy to share her testimonial right away. Daisy, over to you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Derek. Thank you so much, guys, for having me here. I'm so excited. So I recently joined the company, and I funded my account with about $200, which Sylvia helped me to do and help in creating my account and all that. And in just 2 days, I opened this account on Monday. I started trading with this account on Monday. I opened it on Saturday. So she was like, just get ready for Monday. Just fund your account. And because since I got started, I haven't been able to open an account. She was like, just open an account and just get ready. And in 2 days, I've been able to make £173. And today alone on a single trade, I made £109. And this was just by following instructions on the live call. They just told me when to buy and where to put my stop loss and my take profit, and that was it. And I was so excited. And I just texted, I was like, oh my God. And I put it in the group and I was like, oh my God, I made £109 today. £109 today. I was so excited. I was so happy. Since then, I was like, okay, I'm done for today. Tomorrow is another day. We're going to continue trading. And yeah, that's it. This is a very great platform, and I'm excited to be in this environment. I think that was what I put on the group. I was like, I'm so excited to be in this environment, and I'm so grateful. Thank you very much, Derek. Thank you, Sylvia, and thank you, Katrina.
Well done, sis. Well done. I think that word environment really got me today. I put it on my story. She said that's very important, guys, because I'll say one thing, is thank you so much, Daisy. Really appreciate you. Put some sevens in the chat for my sister Daisy. Congratulations. Guys, one thing you got to understand is this is not a normal environment, okay? This is definitely, I grew up very different to people that I was a regular, grew up in a regular, and I remember coming up when I was younger, and the conversations that I grew up around weren't the most positive conversations, right? People weren't talking about making an extra month, £200 on their phone. It's not, for me, I've been around these conversations for years, but outside of this world of personal growth and mindset and motivation and life coaches and Forex traders and networkers and direct sales analysts and all these special people, there is an actual world out there that people don't actually understand any of this. And their conversations are about bills and life is so this and life is like this and oh my gosh and how am I going to do this? But this is not just about making money. I want you guys to understand, okay? Before you start saying, oh, they're just talking about making money. It's not about making money. I'm telling you, okay? Money's not everything, but it does rank up there with oxygen, right? Let me just add that in, right? It's very important, but most importantly, the growth, the person you become, the income that you want to attract into your life is going to be a direct reflection of the person that you actually are and the person that you are becoming, okay? Because we're always becoming. That's why it's called a human being. It's not a human doing, because you have to be, then you have to do, then you will have, okay? It's not have, be, do. It's be, do, have. That's why we're called human being, because we have to be whatever we are, whatever we're becoming, whatever we are. Whoever you want to be is who you will become, right? Become, right? So you have to understand this is more than just making money, okay? All these people that are making money right now, their mindsets have been worked on, right? They've been around certain conversations. They've been around in certain rooms where the conversations are different. We're not just talking about cars, houses, and clothes. We're talking about helping generations. We're talking about one day, 100 years from now, your picture will be on every family wall. Who was that? Oh yeah, that was Daisy, man. She became a multi-millionaire from Forex trading, right? And that's what we're talking about, generational wealth here, guys. We're talking about generational wealth and changing your last name forever, right? Changing that legacy forever, right? Anyway, we have a couple more minutes left before we close out this call. We're going to bring up 2 more testimonials. This young lady, Krista Lee, has been a blessing. She has been absolutely relentless as well. She came in again with minimal experience, learned the skill, has been coachable and teachable to the task. Everything that she has decided to do, she has done it with excellence, and she has become a very competent trader. She has a very special story to tell as well, and I will let her tell. So without further ado, my good sister, she got the shades on, looking like Macy Gray. Let's get it. Let's go, sis.
Hey, Derek. Hey.
When you wear those glasses, yeah, I know that it's about to be a serious speech, because She don't play. With those guys, again, all these things she's buying is sponsored by Forex trading. Anyway, I digress. God bless you, sis.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me on the call. I really do appreciate it, guys. I literally live for these calls because I have such a story in a sense of, you know, me being someone from a financial background, but didn't necessarily know anything about Forex trading, always wondered what a specific department in the bank that I used to work in used to do in that area, but never ever really got involved. And I decided to get involved last year of January. And within my first 3 weeks, only having, you know, been on the platform and utilizing the platform, I credited my account with £75, and within my first 3 weeks, made a profit of £500. So that for me was something that was major, because I was like, wow, if I am literally getting education ideas sent, which is obviously done through the platform that we have and that you've seen here today, I was like, I don't want to always be able to have to rely on the educators to send the signals. I want to learn this because this is serious. Like when I saw that £500 hit my account, I was like, wow, this is some serious stuff. So from then I made it my goal, and I'm so happy that where I am now, like a year from now, for those who followed my journey, I absolutely love everything to do with Forex and the trading side of things. I love that when I get something, I'm able to then explain it to others who may not get all the trading jargon just yet, but I've managed to find ways to simplify ways of explaining specific stuff in trading and what I have learned just off of this platform, guys. Nowhere else, just off of this platform, the live sessions, the educators, etc. And, you know, just looking back on my journey, seeing the position that I'm in now in terms of helping others to also get to the point where I'm at. I'm analyzing my own charts now, putting on my own trades. Thankfully, last year, my sister got married in Kenya, and I was able to actually pay for both myself and my son to go on a 2.5-week wedding and stroke holiday trip to Kenya last year, October. Now, guys, I'm someone that does not work. Okay, so I literally, this whole Forex thing has literally been something that I've focused on for the last year, and being able to just literally get income from that. And I wanted to share a special story because just this week, my son literally messaged me, literally screaming down the house. And for those that know, I've actually been teaching my son the same time from last year around March. I decided to start to teach my teenage son, who at the time was 13, the whole ropes around Forex, utilizing this exact same platform. And I kid you not, guys, in my household right now, I'm even beating myself up because I'm like, listen, this kid is surpassing me. Like, he really is surpassing me, and I'm loving seeing it, because I really believe that we really need to feed the younger generation, because they're not learning financial literacy in schools. And so this is the reason why, as a parent, with obviously guidance, I decided to bring my son into this platform last year. And guys, he's taking his own trades this week alone. Like, he made £688 off of one trade, right? Off of one trade. And he was so gassed because we said, like, I you know what, as a parent, you're like, yeah, you know, you can do certain things with your money. And I remember he asked me to take some money out of his savings account. And as a parent, I really didn't want to do it, I'll be honest, because I was like, I know how trading goes. You win some and you lose some, right? And because he's still in the mode of learning, I thought, okay, let me just, you know, not do it. But I decided, my son is so persistent when it comes to stuff like that. So I decided to put the money in the account for him. I put £1,000 on. And believe you me, guys, this guy almost doubled. Like, he made half of that, more than half of that, in such a short space, in the same day, basically, £688 off of the one trade. And honestly, guys, I've never heard this. He's a boy child. The way he screamed to high heavens on that voice note, I was like, oh my God, I can imagine if I was here in the room at the time when he placed the trade and obviously hit the take profits. And that was his results this week. And I've also been having my own results this week, you know, starting to now have from going from like £50 days to now like in the three figures now, you know, and more. So, you know, it is just a testament to this platform, really and truly. But I think my biggest achievement, honestly, guys, like those who are in the community know, my biggest achievement is definitely my son, because he really is getting it. And, you know, I always say it, and I said it from last year, by the time my son is 18, he will be a multimillionaire with this skill. And I just want every single person that's on this call to really, if you have looked at the information today, to really take this seriously, because I'm telling you, it is a life skill. No one is going to be able to take that from you, right? Some of you have money and savings sitting in your bank account, not even earning 1% interest, but you can go into the markets and potentially double or even treble the amount that you've got in your savings account. This is the power of the platform. But anybody that knows me knows that I'm not on this gambling thing, right? And with this platform, what you have to understand, because of the misconceptions that are out there about trading, right? You have to make sure that you have the right education, right? And this platform has more than proven that for myself and my family, right? But you have to take the education seriously. This is the reason why there's so much misconceptions about trading and that it's a whole gambling. The reason why people say that is because they haven't been properly educated. But we have that here. Take the time to invest in yourself so that you can then learn the skill, so that you too can be part of this same said community, an amazing community at that of people, iron sharpening iron every single day, putting on trades with each other. It's absolutely amazing, guys. So with that said, thank you so much, Dave, for having me on the call. And guys, do something today that your future self is going to thank you for, because I'm a year on now and I'm thanking that God that I made this amazing decision. Thank you so much for having me on the call, bro.
Let's go, man. I felt like shedding a tear after that one. That was incredible. Thank you so much, sis. That was phenomenal. We have so many stories. We only have room for one more. But thank you so much, sis, for sharing that. That was, 14-year-old. When I was 14, you know, I had pocket money. It was amazing. It's amazing to see people from different ages, different backgrounds doing this and making it happen. The last story we have is Mr. Silver Surfer himself, and Jonathan Thompson. He is a incredible friend. This gentleman came into the company again, I think it was sometime last year in the summer, I think it was. And he came in, again, minimal experience, and has absolutely crushed his goals. He is an educator. He is making, when I see his picture, like his flyers, I'm happy. My heart smiles because I know his journey. I know his story. He reminds me of Nigel Benn. I don't know why. He just has this athletic side to him. I know he's a little sports fan as well, and he has been an incredible part of this company, building this platform. He's now an educator as well for the company. Put a 777 in the chat for Mr. Jonathan Thompson, my brother.
Hello, bro. You alright?
I am wonderful. How you doing?
I'm great too. Thank you. All good. All good.
So tell us real quickly. We've got a couple of minutes left. Let's just tell us, your quick story, and obviously, how has it been for you? And everyone wants to find out about the money, right? So go ahead and let them know.
Well, yes. What could I say? 7, just touching 8 months ago. After getting started, it's definitely been the best decision of my life. My fiance Alfie's life as well. All our families' lives. Thursday coming will be 8 months to the day that I got started, and I would never have thought that I'll be here now talking to you as one of NVISIONU's newest educators on the platform as well. And one thing I can start take great pride in is the education, because if it wasn't for the education in the first place, then I wouldn't be here talking to you like this now. If it wasn't for the great mentorship that's here, the great community that we have here, the amazing services and products we have here, I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for the space right now. Now, with my experience, when I first got started, I was able to deposit £250 into my live account, and that was at 9 a.m. And by 12:30 p.m. the same day, I was able to withdraw £1,000 or £1,000. And I've been able to do it on multiple occasions. And yes, it's a blessing to be able to do that. But the other blessing for me is being able to pass that skill and knowledge on to see other people do it for themselves as well. So, like, say, for example, I've got my lovely mother-in-law, Susan. The other day, she actually made just over £450 in one day. And then there's also like Savalicia, who's made just over, well, she 200 extra accounts within 48 hours. And another example, another great friend of mine, Nisha, she's actually made over £900 since getting started just over a month ago as well, and just been sharing the same opportunity with her friends as well. And
Jonathan, your signal is cutting up a little bit. Yeah, your signal's breaking up a little bit.
Also, and I know you will all see this value as well. If no matter what happens, so yes, so this skill set is something to learn, and one thing I will say for certain is, if you want more education, I'm also now doing live sessions on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning at 6 a.m. And this morning, we had a good number on, and we're all just enjoying being in the same space, able to do this together. Yeah, we might enter by ourselves, but we're not in this by ourselves. We have an amazing community, like I said, great mentors. Everything is here that you need, everything that is here that you want. And I would say it's the best place, best time. And with that, I'm going to pass back over to you, Derek.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Incredible stories. I'm hearing everything is just incredible. And we are about to close this call off. It's just been amazing just to hear everything that's been taking place here, and just the energy and the vibe and people actually winning and making money. So I'm going to show you guys real quickly how to get started. So it is £200 today, right? £199, £200 to start with our TNT platform. This comes without the travel, right? If you want the travel, it will be $250, okay? You can also go for an essential pack, which gives you all the other courses as well, or you can go for the Premier, which gives you access to the Vision Lifestyles, the trading, and all of our other courses, right? Airbnb, Turo, digital marketing, etc. And you're going to get a 7-day luxury holiday. So please get back to the person that invited you, and they will explain more about that. Okay, so you have 3 different price points. Or you have the trading without the travel, which is £200. With the travel, is $250. Okay. Now, quickly, I'm going to show you guys the other side of our company. You have an opportunity to scale your income from the home-based business industry. All right, guys. So basically, to make it very quick, you have a chance to not only trade and build your own trading account, but you now have the opportunity to help other people, right? And everything that our testimonials were saying, they were talking about, they're not only making money themselves, but they're now helping other people to make money, right? So the first way is from the retail sales. You earn a profit on selling products directly, or that's pretty much for the courses. Then we have our fast start bonus, which gives you a 10% bonus, a 10% commission on all the packages sold, or on any of the package sold. The £200 pack has no fast start bonus, but the others do, right? And then we have the binary residual. Okay, so very simply, you can build a residual passive income, right? whilst you are learning to trade, right? If you're someone that, every single one of you have people around you that are open-minded to making more money, you're interested in making, they're open-minded in finding out how to make an extra 500 to 1,000 a month, you can actually get them on a call like this. They see the information. There will be people that are on this call right now that are going to get started tonight, and they're going to be on our next testimonial call telling their story. Every single person that you heard tonight, even myself, right? We were once on a call like this, listening to the information for the first time, and we got started, and today we are a testimonial of what is possible. But every single person has to start somewhere. So we have different levels of success you can reach once you start building your own individual trading community. Team consultant is our first level. You have 4 active customers, you make $200 a month. Then you have lead consultant, right? $500 a month for having 10 customers. Then we have champion, which is $1,000 a month for having 30 active customers. And then we have different levels: $2,000 a month, $3,500 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and it goes all the way up to $1 million a month, right? So this is the second side of the company. We're going to give you the opportunity to develop your income, to develop your skill set in trading, and as you see value in it, which you obviously will, you are going to now share this beautiful opportunity with your friends and family. And as you do so, your income will now grow and your legacy will grow. Your confidence will grow, and that's when your life completely changes. You'll start traveling the world, you'll start buying your favorite items, you'll start looking after your family, and everything will be absolutely phenomenal. So that was our call today. I know it was a little bit long, but I really appreciate those who have lasted until the end. Now, we do have a call at 9 o'clock in 15 minutes. I'm going to keep this link open. In 15 minutes, we're going to be doing a get started training for those who get started right now. So if you're someone that wants to get started right now, get back to the person that invited you. It literally takes 2 to 3 minutes to get started. It's literally your name, your surname, your email, your phone number. Select the package that you want, whether it's a core, the £200 trading package without travel. You can get the $250 package with travel, or you can go for our essential option or our premier option. Once you get started, we're going to add you into our group chat, and you will be personally invited onto our call at 9 o'clock. Our call at 9 o'clock is for members only, right? So you have to get in, right? And we're going to give you guys a get started training. We're also going to give you some nuggets and some information about how to mark up the charts. Our specialist traders on the line will actually be showing you exactly how to mark up the charts, how to get the best out of these markets, okay? And you'll also be hearing some other testimonials tonight as well about their results in trading. So guys, be on the call tonight at 9 o'clock. Get started right now. I'm going to keep the link open, and I'm going to see you guys in 50 minutes at 9 o'clock UK time. God bless you guys. Welcome in advance to NVISIONU, and I'll see you guys in 50 minutes.